Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the BBC World News. I'm Jeff Pauls, and next to me is Arno Levens, and here are the headlines of today. Stock exchanges all over the world are continuing their fall downwards. Let's have a look at Pete, who is at the stock exchange.
So Jeff, an expert in stock exchange matters. So tell me, Jeff, what on earth is the cause of all this?
Well, stock exchanges all over the world are getting struck by great losses because of the messages about the American service sector, which has shrunk to the lowest level in 6 years' time. But the main cause is the housing sector.
Could you explain that a little bit more?
The rate of interest of the banks was so low at a certain period in time that people started to lend great amounts of money and give their home, their houses in guarantee. But as the interest rose again to 3.5 to 100, people couldn't pay their interest back to the bank, so they had to give their houses to the bank. And the banks had to sell those houses with great losses. So that caused a drop of the shares of the banks.
Oh, that's right. So some Americans are starting to fear that the country is going to a recession.
Well, I think it's still a little early to take any... Well, I think it's a little early to make any decisions.
1, 2, 3, and some Americans are starting to fear to 1, 2, 3, go. Some Americans are starting to fear that the country is going to a recession.
I think it's still a little early to make any decisions, but it could be possible. But we will have to wait and see how everything develops.
Okay, thank you for your time, and back to the studio.
This morning there was a body found in Suffolk. Apparently it is another Suffolk murder. The body is from Tanya Nichols, and Dirk is at the crime scene. Over to you, Dirk.
Hi Carl, we're here at the crime scene in Ipswich. I have found a relative to the victim, and okay, who are you?
I was her friend. Why her?
Okay, and how do you feel about his loss?
It's a great loss. It's really a great loss. She was the best! She was the best, you know.
Okay, and who are you?
She was my bitch!
Okay.
I'm her customer, you know. Who pays her to get...
I can Okay, we go back. Yes. Do you have more persons like this in this neighborhood?
Yes. Yeah, all of them like that, actually.
Okay, back to the question. How do you feel about his loss?
Oh, it's a great loss. It's real hard to find such quality girls such as her. And I'll miss her. I'll definitely miss her. But yeah, life goes on.
Yes, that's true. Okay, let's find some other friends or relatives of the victim for more witnesses. Okay, follow me. I see there a customer.
That much? Ain't gonna happen, bitch.
Okay. Much violence in this area? Yes. So, did you know the victim?
Yes, she was my best friend. Every time we had a bad experience with a creep, I've always found a listening ear with her. But you know, life goes on. You have to fuck to survive.
Yes, I can understand your motivation. Did her parents know that she was a prostitute?
No, it was a secret. Our secret.
Oh, your little secret.
Yes.
Okay, does your parents know that does your parents know that you're a prostitute?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, Carl, it's great to have this interview. Let's go back to the studio.
We have also spoken with a specialist involving the climate change, and we have come up with some shocking results. So let's take a look.
Nowadays, everybody is speaking about the global warming, but not everybody is realizing that it is so close to Britain. In 2020, the temperature in London will be increased by 1.2 degrees because of the heat waves. Those are caused warming of the houses and the meteor. In the summer, the days will be hotter, and in the winter, there will be more storms, and because of that, also more floods.
In London, in 2050, the temperature will be increased by 2.5 degrees. In the winter, there will be less snow and more rain, because the downpours of rain will cause much troubles for the animals and plants. Plants will grow much faster than usual, and animals will be threatened by the heavy downpours of rain and the temperature increasing. Animals like the salmon will be threatened. The salmon have to swim up the river to lay his eggs, but the river will be much stronger than usual because the rain flows to the river. And because there's so much rain, the river will be much stronger. Another animal that will be threatened is a sled dog. Because the temperature is increasing, he will have it too hot, and they have to spray water on them to keep their body temperature low. Animals like the salmon will be threatened. The salmon have to swim up the river to lay his eggs, but the river will be much stronger than usual because the rain flows to the river. And because there's so much rain, the river will be much stronger. Another animal who will be threatened is the sled dog. Because the temperature is increasing, he will have it too hot, and that's why his body temperature will be increasing, and they have to stabilize their body temperature by water them to keep their body temperature. The temperature in London will be increased by 4.5 degrees Celsius. So it will be so critical for Britain to do something about it. There will be so much rain that there will be floods everywhere in London and Britain. Because of those floods, there will not be enough consumption water, so people have to buy the water. So it's going to be very expensive in the future.
The ice caps are melting. The sea level is rising with 7 meters. By 2080, the water table in London will be increased by 4 meters. There are a lot of risk areas in London. The solution: a £20 million dike for the most important areas in London. That's all now.
For our next headline, one of our reporters went to take a look to a rehearsal of an upcoming English rock band called Zap Cannon. So why don't you sit back and enjoy their lovely music.
Hello. 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 Nice to meet you. You. So, could you introduce yourself to the people at home?
I'm Michael, I'm the head electric guitar player and singer.
I'm Arno, I'm the bass player.
I'm just being myself, and I'll play the drums.
Okay.
And together we are...
Zap Cannon!
Oh, nice. Zap Cannon. It's a cool name.
Remember that name.
Yes, of course, I will. How did you came up with that name? Zap
Well, Zap Cannon is just an extraordinary Pokemon attack, you know? There's our lead guitar player plays Pokemon, and he once upon a time he just said the name, and it was like, wow. It was really Zap Cannon. It is the name, you know?
Okay.